got Hyland, who's entered in the Silver Cup. I know you've also kept him in the Welsh Grand National as well. Is he going to run in either of them or none of them?
Ground is everything to him. I don't think he did enough. He ran a very respectable race at Newbury in the Coral. Very. You'd have to say it was only, 2 weekends ago. Ground is terribly important to him, really. He's just jumped so much quicker off good ground. He finds it harder working soft. You sort of worry those long distance races are going to suit, but you'd have to say that Chepstow would be a worry come Christmas. I'd want to see what the ground is like at Ascot. If it was anywhere good to soft or let's say better, you'd have to think about going there, only because you would barely want to wait for Chepstow, which is unlikely to be any better anyway.
Yeah, okay. Perhaps something like the Ode Race IMPOSE Chase back at Kempton in February.
Well, he ran so well in that last year. He loved it. But we ran him in that to keep him out of Cheltenham, to get him into Aintree. Because if we were going to go to Aintree, we rather felt we didn't need to be in Cheltenham. But yeah, he ran really well in that.
Yeah, okay. Now you've got Ibero Lord and Joyous, both entered in the Ladbrokes Hurdle. Of course, both of them have been sort of doing different things. Joyous has been chasing. Ibero last run in the Unibet Great Hurdle slightly below par. Where do we stand with both those two at the moment?
Well, they're possible. Joyous, she had 2 runs over fences, finished second both times. You'd have to be a little bit underwhelmed by her performance at Exeter the other day, and it was only the other day. Over fences, she appeared to jump very well, or maybe was just being a bit unfair on the winner. I know Dan pointed out that he had started favourite for the Great Wood Hurdle, so we had quite a few pounds in hand.
Yeah.
We should have been winning that, in our humble opinion, and not sure why she didn't. She appeared to jump very well. If anything, she might go a little bit one way, but she might go left-handed over fences. She doesn't go any way over hurdles. She could come into Ascot. I don't know. She ought to be chasing, but we've got to it's time to just make a decision whether we progress with her chasing career or come back to hurdles. We haven't discussed it. I haven't discussed it with JP at all yet.
Okay, still early days, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, the Long Walk Hurdle, feature race of the weekend from Ascot. IMPOSE TOI got the job done nicely in the end in the long distance hurdle at Newbury, and he is very quickly establishing himself as a potential top notcher in the staying division over hurdles, isn't he?
He is, yeah. He'd won an ordinary looking per temps qualifier at Aintree with top weight, rather too easily, really, and that sort of rather finished off the handicapping bit. So we came into the Grade 2 at Newbury, where it was great. It was a tremendous race, and yeah, he got in the end. It was good. He's a tough horse to beat, strong leader. When he's doing that, he's a hard horse to get past. I thought, Nico gave him a lovely patient ride and got there in the end. I think we have to go down this route. It's the third busy race he's had, but has to bear in mind, last spring he went Cheltenham, Aintree, Punchestown, ran 3 tremendous races in all those 3. And it looks like that, this is his first time the last 2 runs have been his first time at 3 miles. And it blatantly looks if that's a big benefit to him. So, yeah, I think we have to be thinking he seems in good form, that, you've got the Long Walk, then there's a big gap to the next Trials Day at the end of January is the next opportunity at 3 miles. And looking at it from Doddy the Great's point of view, the same applies. Doddy's going to be a fair bit better off at the weights in Ascot than he was at Newbury. IMPOSE TOI got into the Newbury race very kindly because he hadn't won a graded race of any description, whereas obviously the other 2 had, or Doddy had. So the weights get turned around a fair bit, which is obviously going to make life a bit harder for IMPOSE TOI. So I think if they're both fit and well, the chances are they'll probably both go there. The prize money is so good, and Doddy, he's hard to place. It'd be very hard to win a handicap off this mark. But having won the Temps final last year, you can't complain. And I know, as Kenny says, he's running for the Doddy Weir foundation as a charity. They get the prize money. So all prize money is, as it always is, it doesn't matter who owns it, but everybody wants prize money. But it's great that he's earning plenty for the foundation. So, you know, the prize money on offer in the long walk is, the place money is considerable as well.
Yeah. Just going back to IMPOSE TOI, I mean, you said, he looks in good form, he seems in good shape. I mean, how did you know? Because he doesn't show anything, does he, at home?
He shows nothing, but I mean, we were playing with him this morning. He had a lovely time on the grass this morning. I didn't ask him to join anybody or go past anybody. He just had a nice time. And that's all you can do with him. I mean, if you try and gallop him with something, well, all I can tell you is I'd back the other horse every time.
Really? Does that make your job harder or easier when you, because I suppose in a way you don't know how straight they are?
Well, for the first run, you wouldn't know how straight he was. But now we know he's match fit. I don't think it matters. I mean, as long as he's saying I'm well in myself, then how badly he wants to work is entirely up to him. I don't mind. We love the horses that show you nothing in the morning and it all comes out in the afternoon. The real conundrums are the horses that do it the other way round. That you think are wonderful in the morning and don't do it in the afternoon. And then that's where the headaches begin.
Lucky Place. Now, we saw him at Ascot earlier on in the year. It was a funny sort of race he got beaten in. Is there anything, there's a grade 2 novice at Ascot at the weekend. Might he run there, or have you got something in mind, something else in mind for him?
I'd take more likely Newbury, possibly. There's a 2 mile 6 novice chase. Yeah, it looks a beginner's. I think that looks probably the right place. I think Newbury's a better place for him.
Okay, so Lucky Place heads off to Newbury.
I mean, he didn't go clean after Ascot.
Right.
So we have to go through. I mean, the moment it tells us everything is fine. I would like to just check on that before he goes anywhere. I would have thought Newbury's the obvious place for him.